Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Euroman Movie Report, the show where I talk about a movie I have recently watched at my local movie theatre. This week I'm going to talk about Independence Day Resurgence. Independence Day Resurgence is of course the sequel to Roland Emmerich's hit of 1996, Independence Day. About that we had on the 4th of July 1996 that a group of evil aliens attacked the Earth, but they were defeated by humanity under the leadership of President Whitmore, played by Bill Pullman. Now, 20 years after the events of the War of 96, as it's called in the movie, humanity has united, humanity has utilized alien technology to build anti-gravity helicopters, anti-gravity trains, and spaceships, and a base on the Moon and Saturn, and space-based defense systems. And President Whitmore, now retired, he is plagued by these nightmares about that the aliens will come back, and immediately in the beginning of the film it's hinted that because we see in the deep space that the aliens are watching his "Today we celebrate our Independence Day" speech. Of course, Jeff Goldblum, he is now the leader of something called the ESD of space defense, and the Jeff Goldblum of 2016, he doesn't anymore like he did in Jurassic Park and Independence Day and so on. So that's good. But he's the leader of the ESD, and now the US it has a female president, and we have another of the main characters, Liam Hemsworth, poor man's Chris Hemsworth. He is this Moontug pilot. The Moontug is basically some sort of transport aircraft, spacecraft, which can lift large objects in space. And he has been demoted from space combat pilot to be more correct, because he had an incident with the now grown-up stepson of Will Smith's character, and this grown-up stepson of Will Smith's character is played by Jesse Usher. Liam Hemsworth's character is based upon the Moon, and he's engaged to the now adult daughter of President Whitmore. But something is afoot, and the aliens, they do return, and they disrupt the 20th anniversary celebrations of the victory in Washington. And that's basically what the movie is about, that humanity has once again to band together to defeat the now bigger alien threat than the last time. Of course, there's also a return of Judd Hirsch, the character of Jeff Goldblum's character's father, and he's still David! As we've seen, I personally expected that he was going to die. Judd Hirsch's character, he's out on the ocean, and when the alien super mothership lands, and it creates this huge tidal wave, and Judd Hirsch's character, he's thrown into land on his boat, but he magically survived. And there's a whole plot of him driving around in a yellow school bus with some left behind kids. It seemed to me that whole subplot, it was jacked into the script to function as some sort of filler, but it seemed redundant in my opinion. Yeah, and also there's Jeff Goldblum's character's trip to Africa, and that was somewhat of an interesting plot, because in the original movie we didn't see any kind of ground war, but it was told that in the period between 1996 and 2016 there had been this ground war in part of Africa between the alien shock troopers who had been left behind and some African warriors, and that was a bit cool in my opinion to hear about that. Yeah, and there's also a small cameo by the now late Robert Loggia, the guy who played the general in the original Independence Day, and it was good to see the old guy one last time. And of course, not to forget, that's Brent Spiner. He returns as Dr. Oaken. And yeah, it was fun to see him as well. And in general, if I'm gonna judge the movie, it's like, yeah, the good thing about the movie is the special effects. I will give them an A- because it was sold in 3D, but this was converted 3D, so it was not real 3D. So only A- for the special effects. Story-wise, it seemed a bit of a mess in my opinion, so I'll give it a C-. But acting, yeah, D-, because it was like in the general acting, it was, the acting was so stiff in some instances in my opinion, and gone was the usual Emmerich humor. Emmerich and Fox, they are very keen on selling this movie in China, and and you could really read that from how the movie was made, because it was very positive towards China. So and unlike the original 1996 movie, which was a bit like USA, USA, this movie is a bit very pro-Chinese. So all in all, did I like this movie? Yeah, after 20 years, I had wished that Emmerich and Dean Devlin had done a little more out of making a better script and getting the cracks and kinks out of it, but it was okay, and of course the movie sets up for Independence Day 3, but I guess we will only get on Independence Day 3 if this movie does well at the box office. If I'm gonna rate it, I will give it 3 out of 5 Coca-Cola bottles. That's it, Euroman of Euroman's Movie Report, signing off. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, if you like this review/movie talk, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to watch my previous reviews/movie talks, you can click a link in the description. And I will return next week with another movie review/movie talk. Until then, have a pleasant weekend, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.